First time.
I have a few. I should give Fred a couple so he can taste them.
There's no
I wonder if he remembers. He should.
We are live.
Everybody's here. That's it.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and start the city council meeting for Tuesday, January 10th at 7 p.m. All rise for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Come over to silence, please. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do roll call.
Councilmember Castaneda.
Here.
Councilmember Moreno.
Here.
Councilmember Alvarado. Councilmember Zavala.
Here.
Councilmember De La Fuente.
Yeah.
So we're gonna need a motion for Mary.
I make the motion to approve. Oh, it's this one here, this one. Number 3. To vote in the.
No, and so we're doing for Mary, because she's not here to either excuse her or unexcuse her.
Oh. So I'm
Excused. Sorry.
Diane makes a motion not to excuse Mary.
Can we ask what her reason was and she called in?
She called in and didn't state a reason.
She didn't give a reason?
No.
Well, I don't think that we should excuse her then if she can't give a reason. I'm sorry.
Okay. You are the council. So Diana said no, unexcused. Antonio?
not an excuse.
What's that?
I said don't an excuse.
We need a second motion.
We have a second motion. I need it seconded.
I make the To second a motion to approve. The Mary's not here.
I have a motion by Diana, second by Antonio. All in favor? All opposed? Motion carried. So we need to go on to vote on the agenda.
Do we need to vote on if she's excused or not, or she's just not excused now?
Diana made the motion to unexcuse her.
So that's it? We don't have, okay.
It was unexcused, seconded by Antonio, and then you all approved that motion. Nobody.
Okay,
Okay.
I see. Yeah, okay, thank you.
So we go to go to 4 for visitors' comments.
We're going to 3, and then are you guys adding the pro temp?
Yes, so we're going to go ahead and go to 3, vote on the meeting agenda, but on new business, we're going to do A and vote on a pro temp. Correct? Is that the way?
Yes.
Okay. So if I can get somebody to vote on the meeting agenda.
I vote on the amendment. I make the motion to go on the meeting agenda, for the meeting agenda.
I have a motion by Diana. Do you have a second?
I make a motion to approve. Second motion.
I have a motion by Diana, second by Diane, or by Antonio, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. We're going to 4, visitors' comments. Do we have anyone online?
We do not. We do not. No.
Okay. Do you have anything to say, Martha?
No.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and go on to 5. And if I can get a motion,
I make a motion to go on consent agenda.
I have a motion by Diana.
I make a motion to approve.
And I have it seconded by Antonio. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. And we'll go on to 6. There's no public hearing. No old business. We'll go on to business A, to vote on a pro temp.
So since we did that already, Mike, do we just say that we have to do it more?
I'm going to let Bill give a little bit more information since he said he wanted to give a little more information on that. So Bill, did you have anything more to add?
Yes, during the break we've taken, I've reviewed the statute that applies to cities and their ethical code, so to speak. It's RCW chapter 42.23. And it points out that the intent is not to make it impossible to carry out your duties if there's only a remote interest, wherein the private interest of the municipal officer is deemed to be only remote, and that therefore they shouldn't have to sacrifice their public responsibility if there's only some arguably remote benefit to them. This chapter talks about contracts not being involved in benefiting from contracts and so forth, and it mainly centers on financial interests. So, and even if you consider the additional compensation, which I'm told is something like $20 per meeting for a council member to also serve as mayor pro tem, that sounds pretty remote. RCW 42.23.040 remote interest. Municipal officer is not interested in a contract if the officer has only remote interest. So the mayor would clearly only have a remote interest. In my opinion, the fact that her mother might make another $20 per meeting, or the mayor would not have known that she would be asked to break a tie. She's not casting all the votes here. And I don't know that she's gaining anything. RCW 4223-070 prohibited acts, and I don't see anything in those prohibited acts that prohibits this vote here. She's not receiving anything. So I don't know of any ethical conflict here. The statute saying what matters the mayor can vote on says not on matters involving financial matters. So this is not a financial matter directly. It's electing a mayor pro tem. So the legislature could have said you can't vote on, the mayor can't cast a tie vote on who's mayor pro tem, and could have specified it, especially if it's a relative. But there's everybody on the, it's conceivable that it's up to the voters who to vote. And the fact that there's a relative on the council was a choice of the voters, not of the mayor. And everybody here could have the same thing happen. They could have other relatives be council members or be related to the mayor and so forth. So I don't see any ethical issue about the mayor casting that vote.
Okay, thank you. Could I have a minute? Could I just say one thing? I didn't say anything because I didn't want Diana to have it. That's great, because I would have just like last time, I would have said I didn't want it. But I want it to ask the question about legality, because we're here today. We can get those answers. So in the next the next meeting we have, if we have people in here because they hear this and asking these questions, Bill, we could say it's been looked into by our lawyer and there's nothing illegal about it. That's my main reason, and I just want people to understand that. Thank you.
Thank you, Erin.
Thanks.
Okay, so with that, we'll go ahead and go on. I believe Vera had a question before that.
No, I was just saying, oh, yes, I did, I'm sorry. So since it's already been done, or do we have to redo the whole thing? And
We could just say we have two nominees, so we have Diana and we have
to
Vera.
do it again?
So each one can cast their vote on here.
Okay, so we just do it for them.
Yeah. Diana?
I vote for myself.
Antonio?
I vote for Vera. I mean for Diana.
Okay. Vera?
Myself.
And then Judy?
Yeah.
Okay, and then the tiebreaker, Mayor?
And I vote for Diana.
Okay, with the majority of votes then?
Yes. Okay, so our pro temp, when I am not here, and I'm not going to try not to be here, I think Vera filled in once for me, I think, while I was gone. So I'm really going to try my best to be here so she doesn't have to be here, unless it's a real big emergency. So she'll be for pro temp for 2023. So with that, we're going to go ahead and go on to councilman reports. Does anybody have any report? Chief, do you have any reports?
I don't have anything.
Woody?
Nothing here, thank
And
you.
Michelle? Okay, I don't have any either. I haven't been in the office. So I know the girls have been doing pretty good holding down the fort. I do know that we are going to be opening the positions, if I'm correct, for wastewater and for code enforcement.
Public Works.
Public Works, yes, I'm sorry. Public Works and code enforcement.
Code enforcement.
Yes. So those for part-time, yes. So that'll be up for grabs, and they'll be seasonal for the Public Works. So
9 months,
6 months.
6 months.
Yeah, I think it's 6 months right now. Yeah. So that'll be going up here pretty soon, and the other two we're still waiting
And
on.
then they can check the license for the new hire that you guys gonna hire.
Yeah, that's what we did this last one. We did check to see who had CDL. So the person that we brought on that is still on probation right now, he does have a CDL.
Okay.
So I know we do have Public Works getting ready to test for pesticides. And hopefully after that, we'll have a second one. And we do have one putting in the hours for wastewater right now. So he's been going between Mapton and Sunnyside for training. Yeah, to get those hours that he needs so we can get him tested. So hopefully by this summer, I'm hoping he should be tested and certified by fall, I think. Yeah. So.
And also if the code enforcement, if we can get a person to do the part-time position, we're gonna try to incorporate possibly also dealing with the animals that are running at large. I know with the contracts that we talked about in the past, they are expensive, so we're gonna try to incorporate to see if there's a way we can catch them, drive them to wherever we gotta drive them. You know, we'll look into that, but yeah, there's a dog problem. I see them all night long. They're out roaming around and 2 or 3 dogs at a time. So hopefully we can come up with a plan for that.
Have you heard any more about a police officer?
We're still in a standstill right now. I don't know if that's gonna happen or not, so we're kind of, unfortunately.
So I think that's everything, if nobody has anything else. Bill, do you have anything else to add?
No.
Okay, with that, we'll go ahead and adjourn this meeting at 7:14. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
7:14.